Hi, now here we are with some great Harry Potter wizardry, collectibles and gifts, and I'm highly honoured. My name's Gary Gazza Ashburn. You know this is Benham TV. Hopefully getting to see that name around now. Bringing you some fabulous collectibles here on this channel regularly every night. Great to have the company today though of a good mate of mine, Paul Metcalfe. Hiya, Paul.
It is so good to be here.
Thanks for coming in, mate.
Oh,
great to see you.
You know, when you told me it was Harry Potter, I got a little bit excited.
He ran all the way from London. We're recording this in Birmingham. He ran it.
Hogwarts Express got me here this morning.
Yeah. Now Paul is a compere, a presenter. He's like an all-round entertainer these days, aren't you? Got his finger in lots of pies. I know you've been in new management. We had the pleasure of working with you the other week, a big charity in London.
Yeah.
And he's like, watch that face, because you're going to recognise me. Say, I remember when I saw him first.
It's not a face you forget, as people say.
That's not what they say to me.
Only a face a mother could love.
Yeah. Now we had to get Paul in because he's a massive Harry Potter fan. Now, originally, stand up first.
All right,
let's have a little look at you.
So you've got the tie.
Look at
this. This is Gryffindor tie.
Wow.
House Gryffindor. Although I am a Hufflepuff, really. And I've got the Harry Potter belt there, which is part of my attire today. So yeah, I'm a bit of a Hogwarts student today. That's the idea.
Really cool, eh? I would have got one, but they didn't do it. They didn't go up to 36 waist, you know.
Oh, we'll get you one. All right.
Even that wouldn't fit, I know, but never mind, we'll move on. Now, tell us a little bit as well before we begin, because you actually worked with Harry Potter, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with the books as a kid, and then I used to. I'm originally from the northeast, so I love the first film because in the actual first film, they used a lot of the real live places like Alnwick Castle, Durham Cathedral, and these are places I used to hang out as a kid. So when I watched those films, it was like, oh, I've been there. So I almost felt like I've been at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And then to the dedication of actually working at the studios, as soon as I heard the studio tour was going to open, I thought, I have to work there. Yeah. So I sent them an audition tape, and I was the only person that sent them an audition tape.
Oh, wow.
And I went to a few locations where they filmed it, and they said, well, we had to invite you in. And then I did a test, passed the test, and worked there for about 2 years. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. If you haven't, I don't want to advertise the place because they don't need advertising. Yeah. But if you haven't been, it's brilliant. It's amazing.
Yeah. Tell us again where that was.
It's in Watford, so it's the actual studios where they filmed all the films. And it's just an incredible day out. I mean, you can see all the sets, all the locations, and just really sort of feel part of all the films. Get the feel of it,
yeah. Well, I know when we both used to go to other places, I often used to go through King's Cross and the queues, weren't they? All queuing up to have the photos done and everything, and people of my size jumping in the air and coming out with a hernia or something. But it was unreal, wasn't it? It's magic. The queues for that were longer than for the Edinburgh Express. You know?
I passed through there this morning, and there was a queue there this morning every day, which is what this is all about. I mean, Harry Potter just doesn't die. You know, it lives on, and the new films that are coming out, the Fantastic Beasts films, which are really exciting as well. And this is great, and what we've got here today is exciting because people can actually own something that's been signed by those actors.
Listen, talking about it, we've got a lot to show you, so we'll have a little natter as we go along. But let's show you some of the items. This first one, I think, is absolutely superb. The number's 300 379. What it actually is, it's a framed and mounted. Now, you've actually got a first day cover with 6 genuine licensed and endorsed Harry Potter postage stamps that were issued in China. So you can imagine they're very, very rare and very difficult to get in the UK. So that is their genuine 6 postage stamps issued in China, licensed and endorsed by for the Harry Potter. And then underneath it, in this central platform at the bottom, each one of them is a genuine colorized coin, what they've actually done, they mint the image of the various Harry Potter characters on the front of a genuine coin, and it is actually legal tender coinage. But obviously we've put that together, so you've got the full set of the coins and that rare Chinese first day cover, which is actually very, very rare, because obviously, you know, they got stacked up. You had, with something like this, you got the stamp collectors worldwide, and then of course you got all the Harry Potter collectors worldwide desperately trying to get it. So it's sold out very quickly in the official sources, and the only way you can get your hands on something like now is perhaps like this through the secondary market, or people like Benham who bought a stock in. But we do not have big stocks of this, and I think that is a stunning, great collectible, because you get all those coins, all those great postage stamps, all officially licensed and endorsed, and the entire item framed and mounted, £49.95.
Wow, that's brilliant. Because when I used to work at the studios, the people that absolutely loved Harry Potter more than us in the UK were the Chinese and the Koreans. They'd come in and they'd go crazy, they'd dress up, they'd go crazy. So to get your hands on stamps that were probably released over there but not released over here is quite exciting. It's really exciting.
It is. And it's so nicely done. You know what I mean? These are all framed individually, they're not mass factory framed, they're bespoke framed, so each one of them is put together individually. By the way, all of the framed items, I would say please allow 5 to 7 maximum working days. You usually get them in 3 to 5. In the UK, that is. Obviously, if you're watching and buying from overseas, it could take a little longer. But what I'm really getting at is each one of them is individually framed and put together. So it's very much a bespoke framed item. But the framing on that cost you, I reckon it cost you 25, 30 quid to get it framed.
That's the thing, you get all of it there as well. And the coins as well. The coins are beautiful.
Yeah, the coins are beautiful. And again, very, very rare. Can I just pick it up very briefly? I'm just going to pick it up and show you on my left. Because if you look at these, you can see the characters here as well. Look, the characters on there. Each character, they're beautifully put together. You know, and they actually mint that character into the original coin. Obviously, we can't see them now they're framed, but you can find out about them if you check on the internet, or if you go to the Benham website, www.benham.tv, you'll see all these great Harry Potter items, and obviously all the other fabulous collectibles that they offer. But it's a great item. I'll put it down. Also, interesting enough, I didn't say that, in this format, gives you an idea how few they are. They only had 50 of them in total. Wow. We don't have anywhere near 50. So once they've gone, that is it. You'll never see them again. So it's very, very few of those. Do have a think about that, because it's something absolutely superb and very different. Now, moving on, same idea, of course in mayhem here. This one, of course, is a smaller version of this. This is actually, once again, the Harry Potter Chinese stamp sheetlet, as you can see. But here we've just got the smaller sheetlet, so it's a cheaper price point for you. But again, great item, look at that. Isn't it fabulous? It comes all framed and mounted for you. And this particular one is fabulous. Obviously, it's without the coin collection, so hence the price difference. This particular one is just £16.95.
So really affordable. If you're looking for something and you're a big Harry Potter fan and you want something, you know, affordable, but again, really exciting. You've got 6 different stamps there, and then many of these different famous poses from the films. There he is playing Quidditch on his broomstick there and flying about, and all posed with a beautiful wand. And Hedwig, his owl there, bringing some mail in and stuff. The interesting fact about the owls was they made all the little letters. They made thousands of these letters for the owls to deliver. And when they started filming, they were too heavy. The owls couldn't lift them. So they had to just forget that, scrap that, and start again and make sort of paper-thin letters so they could carry them.
Wow.
So when you watch the films, they're actually almost like tracing paper that they're carrying in, because they couldn't carry the heavy letters.
Bit of inside knowledge.
There you go.
I told you, that's a little secret just between us. There you go. That's anyway. But there we are. That's something so affordable, isn't it? Almost put that away for Christmas or whatever. But all of these make fabulous gifts. If you know someone in the family, friends, no matter where they are worldwide, these make great, great gifts. Put it away, and at that price point, store it for birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions. Can't go wrong. Or as we always say, just because I love you. Can't go wrong, can you? There it is, though. That's 300, 380. It's that great frame stamp sheet at a great price, £16.95. Now we're going to move on to some of many we've got a lot of signed items of the characters from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
First of all, over there you'll see the legendary in front of you, Maggie Smith, of course. Now, I will say to you, these will come actually mounted. They were so difficult to actually locate these. So be forgiven. They look, obviously, it's difficult to display these properly in the studio, but they will come to you mounted like some of the others are in the show. They'll come mounted to just so they're ready to put in a frame and hang on your favourite wall. But there's Maggie Smith, great actress as well.
Yeah, she played Professor McGonagall in this. And another thing people didn't know is that she was very good at Quidditch as well in her day.
Oh, right.
And apparently, because we don't know this because it wasn't in the films, but it was in the books, and they sort of tease about it. But if you pause one of the frames, and I've done this, one of the these and one of the cabinets has actually got her name on it. So it proves that she was,
wow.
And that's the detail that they went into.
Yeah,
on these
it's
sort of
amazing, isn't it?
But she's just such an incredible character. And of course, Dame Maggie Smith now as well.
Dame Maggie Smith. Great British actress. The number for this is 300-381. And I say it's a personally signed photograph of her in character from Harry Potter there, and personally signed. She's actually not an easy signature to get, hence the price point is £125. Very, very sought after, but it will come mounted ready. Just stick in a frame and hang on your favourite wall. Can't go wrong.
That's lovely.
And then, of course, moving along, somebody who's hot in the news now, with Mr. the Churchill and the awards, that, of course, is Gary Oldman. That's 300-382, and again, £125. But here, of course, he is in his Harry Potter role.
Sirius Black, and a good little fact about Sirius Black was, well, Gary Oldman, when he first appeared on set, he presented Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, with a bass guitar.
Oh,
because,
really?
Because they really like music together, so they hung about on set and used to jam on set in between takes and stuff. Wow. So there was a lot of sort of friendship. There was a lot,
it's amazing.
Sort of
he's
family.
A great actor. I mean,
Brilliant
he's obviously
actor.
got rave reviews for his role as Churchill, but it's taken a while almost to happen to him, isn't he? He's a guy who's been around a long time. Yeah. But suddenly it's all wonderful. It's come together, isn't it? And put him right in there. But again, two must-have characters. If you're building a collection of Harry Potter, like signed photos and a collection, you've got to think about those two, haven't you? I mean, you can imagine if you've got a room. I mean, people probably got a shrine, haven't they? They give a whole room or a whole wall to the subject. You've got to have those guys on it. Frame them up. They're going to turn heads. And remember, most importantly, every single signed photograph in this show comes with a certificate of authenticity, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. There's no ifs, no buts, 100% the real McCoy. That is so important. You can look up the word AFTAL, AFTAL. As I said, they are the #1 in the world for authenticating autographs and items like that. They would do the authentication for the police, the trading standards, high street auction houses. There's no ifs, no buts. When you see their name, you know it's real. It's not like buying them blind. Here, they're not the cheapest, but at least you know they're 100% real. So important. Moving on, of course, from Gary Oldman, and we move down here to another great British actress, of course, Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson, she had a very small role, Trelawney, Professor Trelawney, and but a very pivotal role because she gave a lot of hints away about what was going to happen in future, but it was so cleverly done that she had like predictions. And if you actually look at the costume that she's wearing there, and that's the other thing about the costumes of these films and the work that was put into them, all hand beautifully made. They did say that there's lots of little eyes on her costume, and I don't know if you see it, but when you get the photo yourself, you'll be able to have a really good look. And that sort of eyes, because she was predicted the future. She was all about divination and predicting the future. Oh, there you can just sort of start to see some of the detail in that costume. But a small role, but a very important role in the Harry Potter film.
Sure, and the number for that, 300-383, and again, a great price, £89.99. Remember that these are all guaranteed personally signed. They're not facsimiles, they're not prints, they're not funny pens. We guarantee every one of them has been held in the hand by the relevant celebrity and personally signed. All of that proof, all of that provenance comes with the information that you get. There's no ifs, no but. You know it's the real thing. That is so important.
It's difficult as well because I know if you try and meet these actors and you're seeing them in a play or something like that, sometimes they don't want to sign something Harry Potter or something like that because they know that that's a very, a sought after signature. It's something very special, so it's hard to get these signatures.
Sure, and often they're bombarded, aren't they? They're trying to, get away or something. But a great one, Tragic and a great British actress, Emma Thompson. Moving into the middle, again, great characters. This, of course, is the Phelps, eh? This is a great one, isn't it? James and Olivia Phelps, as, of course, the Weasley twins.
Yeah, they were a bit naughty on set. They were known for their practical jokes. In the actual story, they were born on the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. That was why they were both a little bit scamps on set. Yeah,
I think I know a few of my people in my life there. Certainly the mother-in-law must have been born on April the Fool's Day. If she wasn't, she should have been. Sorry if you didn't mean it. But yeah, it's...
but what a lovely print as well. You've got both the boys there wearing, a bit one of their older stages. They've, looking a bit more adult there with their nice costume. And again, the costumes, the detail in those costumes, and those signatures, 2 signatures.
Yeah, it's nice. Brilliant. And I know I've been at conventions where they've been there, and the queues for Harry Potter, it's just enormous. You can queue all day long. I know they'll do it very cleverly now, the best organised. You get a number and you go back within a certain 2-hour period. But you could be queuing certainly for 2-3 hours to get signatures with some of these guys.
When you're queuing
so popular.
And then they go on the lunch. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You're in the queue and you're the next one in the queue and then they say, they're just going to go on the lunch. And you have to sit there while they have their lunch. Well, you don't have to worry about that. You've got the signature straight away.
Yeah, that's right. It takes away all those ifs and all those runs. And when you think about it, obviously it's great to go and see them if you can at conventions and places like that, and keep watching these shows because we will be trying to bring you some of these events that intermingle. We get out there and meet them and drop it into the show so you see the celebrities, us talking to them, things like that. You will see that. But the key thing is when you actually work it out, say you've got to drive to the convention, you've got to pay your admission fee, you've got to pay trains and all the expenses. When you work all that out, here you can sit in the comfort of your own armchair at home. Maybe you're buying for someone in the family. Maybe you're not sure what to buy. But believe me, virtually any of these items, if you've got a Harry Potter fan, you ain't going to go wrong. Can't go wrong, can you?
No, not at all. I want them all, I have to say.
Yeah.
I do. I think they're all fabulous.
Yeah, he's putting an order for the lot, so we're short with one of each at least to start with. But if you wanted the Phelps there, 300, 384. Remember, that's personally signed by both of them. And the price on that, it's a good price for that, really, for both of them, I think, is, where are we, is £75.
Okay, 2 autographs.
2 autographs for that, so it's a good price. Okay, moving on to the next item. This is 300 385. Once again, it's another one of these stamp items. This one's quite unique, though. It's again framed and mounted, but it's actually an Australian stamp sheet. Right. And the interesting thing about it is actually it was only available on a limited availability and then withdrawn.
Right.
So it actually became even more collectible. As you can see down the sides there, which is very interesting, you've got the map. I think that is actually, if we zoom in there, I think it's actually a map of Australia, and alongside it, I'm pretty sure that's a map of Australia if you look at it close up. Down the side, the image alongside the character. Yeah, there you can see. Thanks for that, Stu. As you can see, there's the image of Australia, and then alongside it, you have the relevant character.
Right.
So you got all those characters on there with an image of Australia. If you were in Australia, you could, in effect, cut out the piece there around Maggie Smith and put that on your stamp, and you could use that as genuine postage.
Real stamps.
Again, it's officially licensed and endorsed, real postage. Collectively in that image put together, it's known known as a stamped sheetlet. Obviously, it's a collector's item being put together and designed as a collectible for Harry Potter fans and stamp collectors.
But
it's really different.
Impossible to get hold of stamps. Once they're gone,
that's right. And that particular one is very interesting what they do in Australia. They did it with Star Wars as well. They let them out for a while and then they withdraw them.
Right.
So they actually sell out very, very fast. And obviously the only way you can get your hands on them is either through the secondary market or, you know, maybe some of the internet sites. But we're lucky enough with people like Benham, when they were originally released, because of their stamp roots, they grab a section of them, and that's why we can offer them. Because if you look sometimes on, you know, internet sites and things like that, you'll see these go for far in excess of what they are on here alone. And here, of course, it's framed up and everything, ready to just hang on your wall. But it is actually a very, very rare stamp sheetlet, much the same as the Chinese one.
Yeah, it's lovely that as well. It's got all the main characters on there. So again, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you want all the characters, they're all there in that one.
Yeah, it's something very different, and again, very, very, very affordable. You know, I mean, where are we on that? It's a great item. That particular one we're talking about. Let's have a look. It's a great price, and as such, it is very rare. Are we? £39.99. It's nothing, is it?
No,
and remember, that is really rare. I've seen them go just loose for over £50 easily. They get snapped up because they are so rare, and they're not been available for ages. So it's something that, you know, add into a collection, put it on the wall. It's going to turn heads and looks great. You know,
lovely.
Moving on though, from there we're going over here now to Michael Gambon and of course David Bradley. Now that's a very interesting photograph, isn't it? Once again, it will come to you with the mount all mounted up, ready to just put in a frame. But here we've got it loose. But just to give you an idea what you're getting.
And it's a shot from the actual film, yeah. So that's good. So you're getting something. You're almost getting a frame from the film signed. I mean, that's lovely. Yeah. And you get two signatures. The second of the Dumbledores. And just brilliant. You know, he was one of the main characters in the film, so to have his signature and a photo of him in your collection is a bit special. But you're getting the extra one as well there as well. You're getting our caretaker there as well, who was very important, looked after Hogwarts. Bit of a meanie, bit of a grumpy one, I think he was. But
sounds like a few of the people I know. Yeah,
but
they're all looking at me. Look.
But he played
Not me, honest, yeah.
But he played a good character. Both two great actors there.
And again, as you say, it's like a lot of things. Where would you go normally to be able to, unless, or if you're lucky enough, sometimes you see them at conventions. But when you work out what you spend getting them, it's a great day out. But you could be there all day long, and you spend a hell of a lot of money getting there, getting home. At least here you can pick up these. You know they're original. You know they're genuine. You've got all the backing. By the way, if you are buying any of these signed items, do please keep the certificate of authenticity and the lifetime guarantee and everything that comes with it, because come the day you may ever want to pass it on or you know or sell it or whatever, it will add considerably to the value. To actually, because you know, if you take it to someone, they say, well, how do I know it's genuine? You go, well, this is where I got it from, and it comes with an AFTAL back in. I go, fine. That's all you need to do. That is the end of it. Do remember, have a look at that website regularly, www.benham.tv. Some great, fabulous collectibles on there. Whatever you're into, not just Harry Potter, whether it may be Game of Thrones, you know, Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, bit of music, film, bit of sport, whatever you're into, there's some fabulous collectibles on there. Do have a little tiptoe through the site on a regular basis. And if you want to follow us, you can follow us all generally. You can contact Paul, myself, or anybody. Go through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Love to hear from you. And if you want to send an email, if you've got a particular question, something you'd like to see, or if there's an item you want to ask about, do send it to info@benham.tv, and I promise you we'll be in touch. But yeah, that's a great one, isn't it? Now moving on along there, after Michael Gambon, we have, of course, the David Berry. We have, of course, Helen McCrory, who's over there, isn't she?
Yeah, she's popped over there. Yeah. And again, a beautiful print, that, isn't it? It's a really startling, stands out. She was a nasty character.
Yeah.
Yes. She
reminds me of a few women I've met over the years. We won't go there, because they can get a battered nose playing rugby, really, you know. That, of course, is Helen McCrory, and that one, in actual fact, is £49.99. I'm getting all excited. I know what's on later, so I'm getting you at it there. Sorry, so we'll keep teasing you, so we'll carry on. And then, of course, moving on from Helen McCrory is an old friend of mine. I know you've met him as well. The infamous, the lovely Warwick Davis. He's into everything now, isn't he?
He's the nicest guy you will ever meet. I met him at conventions, and I met him at the studio tour because he was always there. And I just met him in Covent Garden one day in London, and he was just walking by the restaurant, and I raced out the restaurant, and we chatted for ages. He's such a lovely guy. If you ever come into contact with him, but again, you know, it's a great signature, and you might bump into him when you're out, but you might not have a nice picture like that for him.
No,
to sign.
with you, yeah, I know.
That's the problem.
And he's into everything, isn't he? I remember appearing on TV with him on a Harry Potter show in other places in the middle of England, which you may remember. But he's a great guy. He is. I've met him many times, and of course, you'll know him from Star Wars, and of course from Harry Potter. He was also in what was the other one? Wicket. He was in what was
Willow.
Wicket.
Yeah.
Willow he was in, of course. He's got a really checkable, and now on TV he's doing chat shows, isn't he? He's doing everything. Flavour of the month. He really is a lovely, lovely guy, full of stories, highly amusing, and the fans always, again, if he's at convention, huge queue for him.
Yeah.
You know, I remember last time I saw him, I said, I'll have a word. He went, I ain't got time. He's just like, so busy.
But he does spend, I think he gets in trouble all the time because he spends too much time with the fans.
Yeah.
But he might not get to you in the queue, so he might not even get that autograph.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a great one to add to your collection. There he is, of course, from Harry Potter, 300, 389, and the price for that is £64.95. Can't go wrong.
No,
he's a lovely guy. If you do get a chance to meet him, always say hello. So then Paul Gaz sent you along, you got to say hello. Moving on to somebody else, a massive actor of high renown, and of course was also in Harry Potter, Kenneth Branagh.
Yes, playing Gilderoy Lockhart. Got to get that right. And probably, I'm not just saying this, he's one of my favourite characters because he is so over the top and OTT. And of course, if you know the character he plays, he's not as he seems. I don't want to give too much away in case you are dipping into the books or films yourself. But just a brilliant, but an interesting fact on this one is that Hugh Grant was originally to play this part.
Oh, right.
And because of filming, he had to pull out, and that's when Kenneth came in. And Jude Law was up for it as well. And I don't know if you know, at the moment, Jude Law has just landed the part of young Dumbledore in the new Fantastic Beasts sagas, which is coming out.
Oh, right.
Grindelwald, The Crimes of Grindelwald, which comes out in later on this year. So he did manage to finally get in the film. So it just goes to show, you knock on that door, you get in there eventually. But I think I went to the right man. He is just so good. And when I was working at the studio tour, I met one of his friends, and he was. He told me sort of off the record, he said that he absolutely loved playing that part because it was just so over the top, and it was so different from what he normally does. Yeah. And he just said he had an absolute ball playing it. And all his costumes were specially made, from scratch. And they were based on the 1940s and 1950s sort of film stars and stuff. So, yeah, big fan of that. And that's a beautiful image. It really is. That.
It certainly is. Do not miss out, because, again, very, very, very difficult one to get this, actually. Kenneth Branagh, always highly sought after. He's always been a highly acclaimed British actor. And there he is in his costume from Harry Potter. As you can see, all mounted. That's the sort of mount you're going to get for any of the photographs. I know they're not all mounted here, but that's how you're going to receive them. All mounted up, ready to just put in a frame and hang on your wall. Great, great image of him, though, isn't it? That's Kenneth Branagh there, and again, personally signed. And that one, as you can see on the screen there, the number again for this is 300 390, and the price is £87.99. And do remember, every one of them, all of these comes with that certificate of authenticity and your lifetime guarantee. You can't go wrong. And that big, big name of AFTAL. Most of these are provided by AFTAL members, and that gives you the proof and the confidence that what you're buying is 100% real. Can't go wrong. Now we move over, of course, to the lady who I was jumping about with before. This is, of course, down here. Right. That is, in actual fact, Imelda Staunton.
There we go, yeah.
Now, with this one, we can actually tell you, I'm going to, if I may, it's a great image, but it even tells you on the back where it was signed and when it was signed.
All right.
In a minute, I'll just pick that up. You're looking at it there. It's a great image of her as well, isn't it? I'm just going to pick it up for a second, because on the back, I'm going to read you what it says. Gives you an idea what the information is. Look, this one was signed on the 3rd of July, 2007, at the Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix premiere in Leicester Square. Right. So all of that comes to you, as well as the certificate. I'll put it back, but as well as this, I don't like touching these really because you mess them up. But that will come to you with all the information, so you know exactly when it was signed, even the day and the date that it was signed.
So she played Dolores Umbridge, who was probably, forget Voldemort, I think she was the nastiest, most horrible character in all of the Harry Potter films. And even Stephen King, a horror writer, described her as such. And what an interesting fact about her was during the films, she used to wear pink, but as she got more and more evil through the films, that pink got brighter and brighter and brighter. And there's little touches like that you didn't notice. Now, the picture you see there is her in her office, and she's surrounded by 40 cat plates, and they've all got cats. And if you've seen the films, I'm sure you have, all the cats are moving on the plates. And they, what was nice about this is they actually found some cats, filmed them all on green screens, and then after the film, they adopted them out. So people at home, but they didn't tell people that they own a cat from the film. Otherwise, people might have sold them on and made money out of it. So you might, you at home might even have a cat that was
in Harry Potter.
So
have a look at your pussy and see if it's the one that came from Harry Potter. Who knows, eh? You may have a little pussy cat at home there that you've adopted, which in actual fact comes from Harry Potter. Who knows, eh? Who knows? But moving on from Imelda Staunton and her cat plates to another lady that's come from the movie. This is, I never know how to pronounce this one. This is, actually it's Tom Felton first.
Oh, we're doing Tom Felton?
Tom Felton, who of course, he was Draco Malfoy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Draco Malfoy, yeah. And he was, again, another one of the baddies. And he sometimes forgot his lines, so he improvised a little bit on set. And one of his most famous lines was, oh, I didn't know you could read, and that wasn't in the script. He'd forgotten his line, he shoved that in there. And also, he's a bit naughty. He used to sneak sweets onto set in his robes, and they got caught, so they sewed up his pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. That's a lovely image. You can see him there. And a nice silver, really bright signature on that as well. And yeah, a real start. One that's all framed up on your wall, if you are a Tom Felton fan, as I am myself, that is a really nice image. And we talk about this, as we mentioned before, almost impossible to get these images from these films, and then a signature on them as well. It's just brilliant.
I know, it's great. The number for that, as you can see on the screen there, 300 392. Do give us a call, the call centre, the number there on your screen, or do remember you can go to the website www.benham.tv. You'll see all the fabulous items that are in this Harry Potter show, or all the other fabulous collectibles that are there. It's such a huge range of everything. Royalty, we've got all sorts. You can go on there and have a little tiptoe around the website. And do remember, most importantly, if you have friends anywhere in the world, they can see these shows. Just tell them to go to the website. All they've got to do, you go down the shows that you can available, and you select. It's like watching on demand, if you like. You can actually select the shows you want to watch, and when you want to watch them, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's great. So anyone in the world can intermingle and enjoy these shows, hopefully, or tell us what you don't enjoy. But that's the key thing. Moving on from Tom Felton, we do go to Natalia Tenner.
Yeah, who played Tonks. Now, in the books, she actually had pink hair. But we were talking about Dolores earlier. She was very pink. Yeah. So the directors decided they didn't want her to have pink hair because they wanted to keep pink for her. Right. So they gave her purple hair. So that's where she got her purple hair from. And yeah, she played Tonks. And her style's very sort of 80s rock sort of style. Yeah. But another great character. I know that a lot of people are big. When I meet Harry Potter fans, a lot of people like this person. So yeah, this is rare. I've not seen a signed photo of her actually. So this is really, really special. Yeah. To get this, because you don't see her at conventions. You don't see her at these things.
Yeah, she's I've never seen her around.
Yeah. So I think this is a very rare one. Good one to get.
And of course, she's put a little kiss on there. I'm not sure that was probably for you, Paul, actually, being a fan.
Well, whoever's out there, it's for them.
Yeah. Could be for you. Little kiss there for you. We would add another one, but that would totally deface it. But certainly Natalia's put a little kiss on there just for you. Hey, can't go wrong. And as Paul said, very rare one. You don't see her around. So that is one I'm sure that will get snapped up very quick. I should warn you with these, we don't have big stocks of any of these signed photos. So if you see something you particularly want or like, don't hang around. please don't hang around because it may well have sold out when you go back. And there's no guarantee we can bring any of these back. We will try to bring, it might be a different picture, it might be the same character, but there's no guarantees we can do that. So if you see something you want, you've got to dive in there quick, otherwise you could move out. Moving on from Natalia Tennant to Matthew Lewis.
Right, Matthew Lewis, yeah. Who played Neville.
He's leaning over a bit there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Got him there, you can see him. Shall I move him back a bit?
Yeah, we can probably move him back a bit. As we said, don't worry about this, because when you get it in the flesh, he will actually come to you mounted and ready to just hang on your favourite.
Not him, the picture.
Well, not him, the picture. Yeah. So as you can see.
So he played Neville Longbottom. Now, what's interesting about this picture is that they actually put something behind his ears to make his ears stick out, and they actually gave him sort of bucky teeth to really give him that sort of goofy character. And if you know the films, you'll know that by the last film, he really does come out of his shell and become a very, very strong character in there. And this is a lovely signature there as well.
Yeah, full, isn't it? Very full
really
signature.
Full signature there. A really nice.
We've got a bit of flair on there. You can see there's a bit of blue across the face, but that is just literally, it's not on the photograph. Do you want to just hold it back?
Yeah, that's so you can see
as you can see the flare's coming out. But it's just, unfortunately, all the lights in the studio, because it's not been mounted, it does pick up all the flare. But it will come to you. It's in perfect condition. The signature's as clear as the day is. And it's beautifully put together. A lovely, big, clear signature, that Matthew Lewis. The number for that is 300 394. And again, all the details there on the screen. Do give us a call or get in touch through the website. The website, again, www.benham.tv. Have a little look there. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Tell your friends. Paul's available on that as well. We'll all get in touch with you about anything to do with Benham TV. Remember, Benham have been around for over 50 years. Their roots were more in the stamp and coin world, etc., but they've diversified over the years into all areas of collectibles and cult TV. So have a little look on there. There's some amazing, amazing items, there really is. Now the next item, again, she's done so much, isn't she? The number for this first is 300 395, of course, Julie Walters. Not actually in a character from Harry Potter, but again, a great signed image of her. And she's just, apart from Harry Potter, she's done so many different areas of acting, isn't she?
Yeah, she's just finished Mamma Mia 2, you know, so that, and so many films. Of course, working with Victoria Wood, and you know, great comedy actress. But as Mrs. Dursley, to give you a little fact about it, it was quite a fun one. This one, I was doing my research. She used to have quite an ample bosom in the films, and that was birdseed. They used to use birdseed, which worked fine until they went on location. And they were outside, and she was besieged by a load of birds. So they had to stop filming.
Sounds like some of our crew when they go out down the disco at night. That's when they pray, though, I think. Yeah, you know what they're like. They would dream on, you know. But it's a lovely story.
It is a lovely image. It's a lovely image, that. And it's, you know, and again, difficult to get hold of her signature because she is always away filming different things.
Yeah, she's always somewhere, isn't she?
She doesn't do conventions.
No, she doesn't do anything like that. But again, a great one for you there. Julie Walters to add to your collection. Can't go wrong, can you? Then moving on, we have Jim, is it Jim Tavares?
Jim Tavares, yeah. Now, he's a comedian, and he is out on the comedy circuit and stuff, and he managed to land this sort of creepy sort of innkeeper role, didn't he? So, and again, it's difficult, and I've not seen an image of him to go and get signed, you know.
No.
So this is a really nice picture with the shots from the film, and there he is. He's got a great look. He's got a lovely signature there as well.
Yeah, a really full signature, isn't it? Really is. 300 396, and the price £42.99. Now, along there then, of course, that's something really special. I'll give you the number, 300 397. That's that Hogwarts mounted photograph. Now, it's personally signed by the actors for Fred, Percy and George Weasley.
The Weasleys.
All three of them.
Yeah, the Weasleys, yeah.
Great item, isn't it, that, though? I mean, to have three signatures on there and something that's so significant to the movie.
Well, that is the Hogwarts crest and is, famous. I mean, that is in all the films. It's on everything. And if we could get a little bit of a close-up on the actual what it says there, because it's Latin, and it actually means "don't wake the dragon." So there you go.
Don't wake the dragon.
Yeah, which is quite nice.
Could come. I know one or two. You think, I could do one of them, couldn't you? I know.
But the crest, it's a lovely thing to have. The crest, and obviously that framed up on your wall. If you're a Harry Potter fan, Hogwarts crest. really lovely with the signatures on there.
I don't know, can we go in any closer on that crest in a minute? We'll try and show you what
a lot of detail on there. And the crest is made, I'll explain what the crest is. It's made up of the 4 houses. So you've got Gryffindor, you've got which is the lion, you've got Slytherin, which is the snake, you've got Hufflepuff, which is the badger, and then you've got Ravenclaw, which is the raven. And they are the 4 houses that make up that crest there. And I said that word, Draco, I can't even pronounce it, but it means won't wake the dragon. That's what I mean. But yeah, as a Harry Potter fan, anybody out there who are Harry Potter fans will instantly recognise that. And so lovely to get signatures on it.
That's right, to have all 3 of the Weasleys on it. Brilliant, isn't it?
What you could do is buy it and then go to one of these conventions we talk about and maybe try and get a few more signatures on it. And then get something really special there.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, wouldn't it? It is a wonderful item. It's got, as I say, it's got all the Weasleys on to start with. And if you see some of the conventions, maybe add to it. It'd be a great item. But it's a real super item, isn't it? It is actually, we've only got one other item, so we've reached sort of more or less the end of all the items you'll have seen. One more, but that is a great item. Do have a little think about that. The number for that is 300 397. You've got 3 signatures of the Weasleys on there already, £125. And it will come mounted and everything, ready for you. Maybe as Paul suggested, go to the conventions, get some more, put it in a mount. They could sign around the mount and get even more on it, you know. Moving on though, and this is the final one.
It's good to finish on him because he is one of the main actors in it. You know, so it is good to finish on Rupert Grint, who of course plays Ron and in all the films. And again, if you're a Harry Potter fan, and there he is in his Quidditch uniform, ready to, and he loved Quidditch. He was a massive fan of Quidditch, so when he got to wear that uniform, he was very proud. But it's a lovely image there, so that's actually taken from the films as well. And again, a nice full signature. Yeah,
it is. The number for this, 300 386, and the price is £89.99. But again, do remember everything. If you have joined us during this hour, great to have your company here on Benham.tv. But it really is a fabulous, fabulous item. You've seen everything that's in the show now. So what we'll do, we'll have a little tiptoe back through it and bring you some of the items that we saw. Maybe we could have another look at that Chinese coin stamp sheet. Do remember, all of these items, when we talk about signed, we guarantee 100% that they are personally signed. There's no ifs, no buts. They really are the real McCoy. Can't go wrong. Absolutely stunning. And remember, most important is that AFTAL name. AFTAL is that's the name you need to look for, and that is your proof and your sort of safety valve, if you like, that you know that the items you get really are 100% genuine. No ifs, no buts. That is it. Now tell me as well, we touched upon it. We touched upon it as well.
I want that one. That's beautiful.
We touched upon it with Harry Potter, but I mean, you've told us a little bit about the future. Is there any more little secrets you've learned?
It is so exciting. They released the trailer a few days ago, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and it's really going to... it tells the story of the book, the Fantastic Beasts book, and they were featured in this film. So they've just found a whole new kind of series, and there's going to be a lot more films coming, and it's going to tell the story of like Dumbledore when he was younger. There was so much. When I used to work at the studios, people used to say to me, "Oh, I wish they'd make more films," and I used to say, "Oh, they will," and I used to get told off. I used to say, "Don't tell people they're going to make more films because they're not," and I knew they would. I knew they would, and I'm really glad that I was right.
Can't be bad.
So but these are beautiful, and if you are a Harry Potter fan, as we keep saying, any of these in your collection is just spectacular. But if you know somebody out there, if I received a gift and I opened it up and it was something signed from Harry, I would just be blown away because it's so lovely.
That's the great thing about items like this, is you can actually get the as I say, you can actually, well, get it right in a minute, but you can actually buy something that somebody you know is always going to love and cherish. And it's the sort of item you can't just walk down the high street, you can't jump in your car at the local shopping mall and get these sort of items. You may be lucky, you may be having a rarity where there's a specialist collector's shop or something like that, but it's very, very, very rare. And the chances are your only opportunity to buy something like this is through somewhere like this on Benham TV. You won't find them on normal other shopping channels. You won't find them anywhere in Europe on a shopping channel. So it is that rare. If you see them, dive in there quick, because there's no guarantees you'll get a second chance. So important, especially when you love these things. Now earlier we saw the two Chinese. This is the actual Chinese stamp sheetlet on its own, the most affordable one of all. But again, just to recap, every one of those images is actually a Chinese postage stamp. I don't know if we can go in on.
They're so rare as well, aren't they?
Sorry, this is the Australian one.
Oh, that's the Australian one, yeah.
There. Sorry, the Australian stamp sheetlet. So this is actually the one, as I can say, you can point out here, you can see, there you've got the map of Australia by the side of each stamp. And what they do, they add these photographic images of key characters alongside it. If you were in Australia, in theory, you could take the whole of that top piece out, or this bottom piece here, and you could take one of them out, like the character and the image of Australia, put that on your letter, and it is official postage. They're all officially licensed and endorsed, but this particular one was only available for a very, very short period, and then it was withdrawn. The idea of that was to make it more collectible, more desirable, and something that collectors and people would, want to get their hands on, make it very special. That's exactly what it is.
So maybe somebody who's a stamp collector would love this as well.
Oh yeah, you'll get the stamp collectors, or the philatelists as it is, the word. You'll get the philatelists of the world, and of course all the Harry Potter fans, both vying to get their hands on it. So inevitably that's why it's sold out very, very quickly. And of course the only way you can pick up something like that now is through the secondary market, or in other words through specialist dealers like Benham. Really is. It's a great item, but you probably never ever see it anywhere else. So again, if you want something that's very, very affordable, hang it on the wall, it's going to turn heads, that's it. Also at the very beginning of the show, this is one of my favourites. I think you like this a lot.
It just appeared there. It really is like Harry Potter in here today, because these things
you've got at the top there, just to recap, you've got that, that's it. You've got the 6 postage stamps that were issued in China. So they are Chinese postage stamps, official postage from China. And they've got the great image of Harry there, Harry Potter, with of course the white owl. And then underneath it, what you can see there, those images, they are actually a full set of 6 different coins. Every one of them is a colorized image that they actually mint onto the front of the stamp. They're really special, very, very rare, but or stamp onto the front of the coin, I should say. But they are actual legal tender coinage. And as I say, obviously they're framed up, we can't show you, but in effect, if you could see them and you turn them round, you would see that they are genuine silver coins, and the image has been minted onto the front. I mean, it's a great, great collectible, that. And you've got the full set. So you've got the full set of the Chinese stamps and the full set of the coin set put together, and they look stunning. I think they really, really do. I think that's a great item. And in that format, Benham, it's only 50 done. We tried to nab them all. They're just flying out. But if you want one of those, do get on the phones quickly, please. £49.95. It's a great price.
That's really nice. Yeah, you get the 2 on there. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and I think the coins just is different, something different. They really are. That sort of thing. You've got a mixture of different genres of collecting there with the stamps.
We did something similar with Elvis, didn't we? Had the Elvis
similar
one.
thing with the Elvis coins. That's that. Right. They've done them with Elvis. They've done them with Marilyn Monroe. They've various things. So but they are really collectible now. Very, very, very desirable, and they look great. Most people will probably never have seen them in this country. That's how rare they are. But they put them together like that, and they look great. And you get them all frame mounted, just ready to hang on your favourite wall. It's the number for that 300-379, and I think they're brilliant, don't you? The price, the price for that is £49.95. I mean, it's a snip. You get all those coins and those stamps. Also, we saw earlier, this is the actual one I touched upon just now. This is the actual, it's the same sheetlet as that stamp sheetlet, the Chinese one, but of course without the coin set. We tried to give you different price points. So, I mean, this is so affordable, isn't it, really? This is incredible. Price for that, £16.95.
Very affordable, that one, yeah.
And it's nicely framed, isn't it? Ready to just put on your wall.
Lovely.
So if you're buying for a youngster or for the first time, maybe you're building a nursery or a bedroom for a youngster. It doesn't have to be a youngster, but whoever it's for, it's going to turn heads, isn't it? Great way. It's going to look terrific on your wall.
Any
so affordable.
Harry Potter fan out there, trust me, is going to love that. I mean, that's just so special. Those images, really iconic, nice images from the film there in stamp form. I've not seen that. It's brilliant.
No, you really can't go wrong with that. You really can't. Really superb. We saw all these photographs. Just to remind you, in front of us here at the end, we have Imelda Staunton. We had a whole range of photographs, remember, through the show. If you have joined us, do remember, check that website, www.benham.tv, and you'll see everything that's in this show. The show itself is available on demand, so you can stop it and watch the show when you want to watch, anywhere in the world, any time of day, the same as you can with all the other great shows that come to you via Benham TV. You can actually stop and watch them whenever you want.
You might want to share it with a Harry Potter fan out there as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you know a Harry Potter fan, share it. You can intermingle. We are available. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those places. So do have a little look. And Paul, you're going to be joining us for some other shows.
I am. Yeah, I'm excited about Doctor Who. Doctor Who, music. Yeah, that's going to be good.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to lock me, send me away with the Daleks so they can really have fun, exterminate, something like that. That's all been open for years. But yeah, it's been brilliant to have you here today.
It's been really
great
good.
company.
Yeah. Some lovely,
and the
lovely
show
items.
is, you know, it's just littered, isn't it, with great collectibles.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite? If you could take what you want, what would you take with you? Any idea?
I like the
have a
stamps.
couple?
The stamps are amazing. I can have a couple, can I? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
just write these down. And Tom and Tom at the front there.
Yeah.
And all of them.
You know,
No, I
he
couldn't
wants
even
them all.
choose.
So all Harry Potter fans are going to be the
I want
same.
them all.
They're going to want loads and loads and loads. So it's brilliant. Listen, it's great to have your company. Paul will be back with you again. It's been brilliant to have you with us today,
Thanks, mate.
Really,
Pleasure.
thanks a lot for coming, telling us all about Harry Potter. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you don't, tell us. If you did, tell your friends. Keep watching, keep looking, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Hi, great to know that you are looking at Benham TV. Now, this is a really great channel because we look at fantastic collectibles, but with a bit of fun as well. I'm normally with my really good friend, Gary Ashburn, Gaza, and we've done all sorts. We've had a look at the RAF centenary, we've had a look at stars of the silver screen, all sorts of things. So don't forget, keep it here. It's a wonderful channel and you'll really enjoy our collectibles. And the dastardly duo are riding again. It's Gary Ashburn.
And of course, Debbie Jones.
And it's lovely to be with you, Gary. And we've got a fabulous, fantastic collectible hour.
We have, I mean, this particular one's royalty. You wouldn't believe it. You got everything genuinely signed. You got Princess Diana, you got the Queen herself, you got Prince Philip, we got Prince Charles. We even got Queen Victoria. So you name it, we got it.
Absolutely. And the marvellous thing about it is any of the signatures, they're genuine, written by hand. So join us for our collectible hour.